So today is Friday, October the 24th, 2008. 1 week away from Halloween. Now usually I get pretty excited about Halloween because I really like dressing up. I really like the idea that at least one day out of the year, our society is just like, sure, it's okay for adults to play pretend. Everyone dress up, go around, eat some candy. Bring back the memories of being, 7. But this year, I'm not really as excited about Halloween. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm leaning now towards the fact that at our office, the Halloween theme is the 80s. I really hate the 80s. And I don't understand why so many people love the 80s, because it really was a very silly decade. I mean, the fashion was absolutely terrible. And the hairstyles were just embarrassing. And the music was shit. And not that it's necessarily gotten better, but, I mean, come on. The music was terrible. I don't know what happened between like the 60s and the 70s, and then it was like the 80s got here, and no one knew what to do anymore with music. I don't know if it just got way too commercialized, but the music just got really terrible. It's just kind of like 60s, rockin', great fucking music, 70s, still going strong. And then 80s like rock came along, and it was just kind of like, what is this crap? I'm really perplexed at how shitty the music from the 80s is and how much everyone loves it and will defend it. It's like, look, there's things that I like that I know are total shit. Sometimes shitty things are fun to like. There's movies out there that are just terrible, terrible, terrible things that I find to be charming and lovely because, I loved them when I was 9 or whatever. But I can admit that it's shitty. Because it is. It's crap. It's utter crap. Has anyone watched The Never-Ending Story since they became an adult? It's an absolute ridiculous movie. The special effects are horrible. It's so cheesy. But I loved it when I was a kid. And so I still love it as an adult. But it doesn't mean that I'm not above admitting to how shitty it is. It seems like nobody can do that with the 80s, which I don't quite get, because it's a crappy decade. So, everyone at the office is so excited about it's the 80s, we're going to do the 80s Halloween theme, and I'm just so not interested. This has led to my coworkers and friends thinking that they somehow need to provide a costume for me, or a costume idea. And I actually had one of my friends go out and buy me a costume. She said she saw it, and it was so terrible, and it was so funny, and isn't it going to be great? And hey, check out this great, cool costume that I got you, and you should totally wear it to work. No. Because this is what she got for me. Yeah. It's a dress. It's kind of poofy. This is somehow her example of how incredibly terrible the 80s were. The 80s, and specifically an 80s party and Halloween, is not going to make me wear a dress. It's not. And I know that, again, I've got friends, I've got coworkers that think that they're somehow going to be able to come up with some excuse that they're going to be able to give me that's going to make me wear the dress one day or show up at work with the dress on, and it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I haven't worn a dress since I was 17. I wore a dress to my great-uncle's funeral, and the only reason I wore the dress was because it was the only really kind of formal-esque, nice outfit I had that was dark. It was the most funeral appropriate thing that I had in my closet. And I begrudgingly put it on. And then I swore I wouldn't wear a dress ever again, and I haven't. I didn't even wear a dress to my senior prom. I wore a tuxedo. I'm not going to wear a dress for Halloween. I'm not going to wear a dress for some suck-ass 80s themed Halloween party extravaganza at my work. It's just not going to happen. So, Halloween this year has been taken over by shitty 80s. And at this point, aside from the fantastic weather we're having, the only thing that I have to really look forward to is Thanksgiving, which is a mere month, 3 weeks, month, 4 weeks, something like that. I'll look at the calendar later. But it's close. It's a month away. And I'm really looking forward to it because Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday. Absolute favorite because it's the tastiest, really. It's the tastiest holiday. I love food. So, instantaneously becomes my favorite.